Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm back to Sleeping Gods again. This time I'm playing a review copy they sent me of Primeval Peril, which was originally, I think, a PnP kind of like mini campaign of Sleeping Gods. But with the release of Distant Skies, they also repackaged this and expanded it, and now it's its own little like mini version of Sleeping Gods. So I'll play some of the campaign from the start and then let you know my thoughts at the end of the video. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or come and say hi and join the conversation on our Discord. So if you saw my Distant Skies videos, you already know the basic mechanics. This one is very similar to that one, more so than the original Sleeping Gods. But if you didn't see any of that, we are traveling around on this boat. We're going to be able to go to different pages of the atlas by traveling down these different paths. These circle numbers are spots where we can have a little adventure, where we'll be reading in sort of a choose-your-own-adventure style kind of book. We can also explore these square locations for different bonuses. And all that's controlled by our little stopwatch here. We're going to draw an event card at the start of each round, which could have negative things happen. And then we can spend up to 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 time. Moving one space takes 1 time. Exploring any of the things I just mentioned, the circles or the squares, takes 2. And repairing the boat takes 2. And the main game mechanic besides combat is resting. Each of your characters has these different little icons here that will correspond to different tests. And you can spend one of their stamina tokens to have them contribute to a test. So like if we were doing one of these little foxhead cunning tests, then having the captain and Lois contribute would be 3. And then you roll this fate die with numbers 1 through 6. So here we would add 2 more. So if it was a cunning test of 5 or less, we would succeed. If it was 6 or higher, we would fail in this case. Characters will also have special abilities. We'll also gain adventure cards from this deck here as we do things that'll give us little upgrades to our characters. And we have a bunch of resources we can spend for different bonuses and things. And at some points in the game, we'll go into combat where we have to cover up these little heart icons with hits to stop the enemies without taking too much damage ourselves. And we can lose the game if everyone has lost all of their life at the same time, or if we rest too many times and run out of time, because resting will heal all our characters, get us all our stamina back to help us do more tests. Let's get rid of negative status effects. And yeah, that's about it. So kind of like I did with the Distant Skies video, I'm going to do a lot of TLDR summary of the log passages, so I don't have to figure out how to edit all of me reading and text together. So let's get into Primeval Peril. So, long introduction made short. Captain Jim Vine, the captain of a boat in San Francisco called the Harpy, was on the boat with John Lee, who was steering the boat. I guess is one of his crew or his only crew. And they were ferrying John's mother, Mei Ling, as well as John's father, Shen. You don't see him. I'll tell you why in a second. And suddenly this weird, mysterious fog came up. And they found, just like floating in the water, almost drowning, Dr. Milk and Lois together. They said they were colleagues. It seems kind of fishy. We don't really know who they are. But then suddenly, as Sleeping Gods tends to do, we were transported to some other world. We were on a jungle river instead of in San Francisco Bay. And a giant flying creature, pterodactyl-ish, came and stole John's dad, Mei Ling's husband, and just carried him away. And I said, let's go get that guy back and find our way home. So yeah, that's where we're going with this. And we got some cards. We got some upgrades. How this works now in the original Sleeping Gods and in Distant Skies, you would equip cards from the Fate deck, which is also what you would use to resolve skill tests. That's not the case here. These are just items you can equip to people. And they have a type. So the fishing pole is a hand. The useful gear takes 2 hands. Each character can hold up to 2 hands worth of stuff. And then there's also some other like things that you can equip that we'll get to later. And you always get the bonus to your stats, and then you might get something else. So in this case, the fishing pole, whoever has it equipped, as long as it's equipped when we rest, will get a free meat from them fishing. And the useful gear whenever we rest will give us 2 reroll tokens, which is pretty darn good. So I'm going to put these, I like to double things up. I'm going to have Lois have the fishing pole, because now she's got 3 fox heads, 3 cunning, so she'll be really useful without using too much stamina. And let's give John the useful gear. He and the captain and Mei Ling all have a gear symbol, but he only has 3 skills, and she has 4, and the captain has 5, so a little bit better to kind of focus him, right? Okay, we've got Quest 55, Save Shen. A giant flying lizard snatched Shen, Mei Ling's husband and John's father, carrying him north over the jungle, north. We must rescue him and find a way back to San Francisco. At the start of the second turn of the game, we're going to read passage A, and then place this card in the game box. So we'll just hang on to that for a second. That takes us to our first turn. So we have 5 time. we can explore this hidden treasure right on our same space. It says you must pay 1 treasure map, which we should have. I accidentally gave myself too many coins and no treasure maps. We have 1 of each resource to start. Then we got to make a perception 6 check. If we fail, we lose 8 health. But either way, for most tests, you still get the reward even if you fail. So you'll see, like, it doesn't say fail, minus 8 health, and don't get this stuff. Either way, we would get 1 coin and card 11. Well, sure. Let's do that. So perception 6, so if we roll an average 4, 5, 6, like higher half, we would need at least 3. 4 would be a lot safer. And everybody's got 1 eyeball. So this could be pretty expensive, but losing 8 health seems pretty terrible too. So let's have 4 people, everyone except the captain, go and do this one. So we just need a 3 or higher. Gosh darn it. Now we do have a torch that we can resolve before or after a test to gain +1 eyeball. And would that actually do it? Hold on. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, plus I rolled a 1, 5. Oh yeah, so actually I guess I will be okay. So I'll spend the torch to gain another eyeball. Barely pass the test. So torch instead of 8 to damage, that seems good. All right, so I get a coin, and by the way, you'll see each character has squares. This is how many items they can hold, and you can only use things like during tests and exploration if you're already holding them. Then you also have 6 spaces of storage on the boat, but those you can't use during a test, but you can freely swap things out between actions to kind of determine what you're holding. Okay, in addition to the coin, I get card 11, which is a pocket watch. So it's a miscellaneous item. Again, 1 of the things that each person can only have 1 of, and it's the book. That's Savvy. Let's see, I want to give that to, I think, Dr. Milk or Mei Ling. Let's go with Mei Ling. She can keep track of time. And you have this journey log that you use for each game. It keeps track of these blood flowers you can earn that level up your characters. You'll actually flip their boards and get stronger. Anyway, so we have done that treasure map, boop. And then I think maybe we'll go here and have the number 1 exploration. So that's 1 to move, 2 more to explore, and that'll be the end of the round. If you stop on an action 1 before the end of the round, you can take this little timer token and have 6 actions the next turn. That's good if you're like on a space where you just want to do an exploration action and you don't have enough actions left. Okay, so we're going to read number 1 and then cross it off the map. So a weird man is sitting on the banks. He says we're in the Wandering Sea near the city of Zakmir. And he says that if we let him on the boat, he'll take us north to a waterfall. And he just has to return something along the way. And he says he'll help us maybe find our dad. So we can either do a cunning check to distract him, or we can listen to what he explains. So sure, let's listen. All right, he says that he has a idol, a golden idol, Indiana Jones style, and that it has cursed him, and that he wants to return it so that he's not cursed anymore. We can steal it from him, we can accept it, or first we can ask him about the flying monster. Let's do that. And he says it's a scorpivern. So I guess it's like a scorpion and a wyvern or wyvern mixed together. But either way, we're going to let him come with us. I don't want to rob the guy. In exchange, he gives us a pan bow. This is a combat card, which is its own separate deck. And we need to have at least 12 cards in there, but I figure it's always going to be better to replace weaker cards with stronger ones, so we're drawing the 12 more quickly. We'll see combat more when we get to it, but this one's doing 2 damage, plus the character who's wielding its observation stat, plus a random die roll, and blocking 2. I'm just comparing it to, like, the machete. It's clearly way better than that. It has the block and the eyeball. We've got a lot of machetes. Oh, that's a heavy machete. It's a little different. Regular machete, another regular machete. The whip has a little bit... I mean, machetes seem like the easy kind of wah basic card, right? So yeah, let's get rid of a machete and switch it in with this bow. Okay, and then here's the quest that he told us about. We get a keyword called carved, which means other entries will say, do you have carved? And if we do, then we can do different stuff. We met a man in the jungle named Igor. Oh, I didn't even know his name was Igor. I don't remember him saying that. Who asked us to help him return a cursed bat statue to its shrine. The shrine is near the waterfalls to the north, past the great stone head in the jungle. Well, thanks for the reminder. Oh, wait, geez, I totally forgot to do my first event. So let's do that before we end the round. Abandoned camp. Among the ransacked supplies, you find a few. Oh, this is a very nice one. I get a map and a torch. Hey, the torch that I lost. And for now, we can still fit everything, but that will not be the case soon. All right, let's go to another day and another event. Fallen branch. A heavy branch falls on the harpy. Take 1 boat damage, but I guess it was holding some fruit. So yeah, the boat has its own health track. If you go to 0, you lose 1 of your rest moons automatically and then gain 1 health back. But you can just spend 2 time at any time to repair. It's a gear check plus a die roll, and the higher you go, the more health you get back. But for now, we're fine. All right, so we've got 13 over here, but yeah, I mean, north to the waterfall, maybe north to the... Oh, that's right, I got to read A before I go on this round. All right, so in Section A, there's a very busy river. A random person climbed onto our boat, and he said that we need to go to Zakra's waterfall. That's like the god of the jungle. And Shen is at the cliffs above the waterfall. I guess this is the same waterfall that, what's his name, Igor, wants to return the statue to. But he says we need 20 blood flowers by the time we get up there, or Zakra won't let Shen go. So, all right. I guess we don't need to rush to the north that much, do we? Yeah, and by the way, looking, there's a waterfall. Although looking back, Egardus says that it's a shrine near the waterfall, whereas like Shen and the 20 blood flower thing is, I guess, at the top of the actual waterfall. So, all right. Thanks so much, buddy. Let's go one up here to 19. We can explore there and explore this. What's this say? Overgrown Trail. You must pay 1 rope. We do have that. Cross this location. It's a 9 savvy check. 9. Gosh. If we fail, we lose 8 health, but we get a blood flower. Ooh, that's 1 out of 5 needed to level up one of our characters, and 1 out of 20 supposedly needed to rescue Shen. But let's do 19 first, see if maybe we get something that'll make this savvy check a little bit easier. All right, so it said Dr. Milk ran greedily ahead to try to like get something in the jungle and got bitten by a giant spider, and now we all have to decide whether we'll help him and get like nothing, or whether we'll take one of 2 options to go ahead and just kind of leave him to his pain. All right, so I'm going to choose not to help the doctor because apparently he's a jerk. So he's not allowed to help out in this test. To 5 strength. So I'll have the captain and John do it. That's the only ones who can. So that's 1, 2, plus a die roll. So if it's not a 1 or a 2 this time, that's better. So we pass. And that gives us a rope and a coin and a card. Let's put the rope on and we'll leave the coin on the ship. We already have 1 or 2. A new golden potion. It's a recipe. Oh, it's another. I'm going to give that to Lois too. Just have her be super cunning. And every evening, every rest, we'll get 1 health back. Nice. But Dr. Milk loses 2 health and has venom, which means at the start of every turn, we're going to lose another health. Let's not do that. Let's go and have him spend 2 stamina to get rid of the venom right away. So hey, physician, heal thyself. You did it. So that was a 3-way splitting choice, which is cool. We don't know what we would have gotten if we had done the other ones. We still have this other thing we can search. And now we have an extra rope to do it with, so yeah, let's try it. All right, so what is it? A 9 savvy. Jeez. So that's 1 from the captain. Dr. Mill can't help it all. 2 from Lois. 3, 4 from Mei Ling. Oh, it's still really low. Oh, you know what here? Alternate plan. You can just let yourself fail a test. So here, like, not even try to go for the 9. Take the 8 damage and be good to go. So we'll do that. We'll have everyone take 2 damage, because every time we rest, we all heal 2 anyway. Everyone except Dr. Milk gets already healed. And now we are at a place where we will fully heal with 1 rest. Although, hey, I'm kind of curious. Would I have gotten like a 5 or a 6? Nope. See, glad I didn't waste all the effort. So what do we get? A single blood flower. And as I mentioned, besides what we need to apparently save Shen, every time we get 5 blood flowers, we're going to flip one of our characters over to their leveled up side. All right, so I still have a 13, but let's just keep on going north, I think. So we'll go 1, 2, and travel the next area. And here we are. Ooh, there's the stone head the guy talked about. So maybe the shrine isn't as far up as we thought. There's a 5 here to explore. Looks like somebody maybe like went into this little beachy area here. There's another hidden treasure. I do have another map, so that's great. And a 21. And then there's another overgrown trail. Oh, so they're all the same. So I want to get like a lot of ropes and get more savvy if possible. And then these, by the way, are rocks. Anytime you move in there, you have to make a roll. And if it falls within the range, in this case 1 to 4, you take 1 damage. Although later on there are items that will be able to help you with that. Okay, so that's the end of the turn. Let's do another event. Spore cloud. Yellow spores blur your senses and fill the air with toxins. Oh man, we're poisoned. And which one is that? Madness. You can't use any of the abilities on your character. We get a fruit. All right, so I just checked. Madness means you can't use any of your character abilities, like Lois's reroll thing here, or Li Mei Ling's thing here. And it also takes away any abilities besides the skill bonus from equipped items. So let's just put it on the captain, because right now he has none of those things. Now the venom is certainly bad, but we got a fruit, and look, one of the uses of fruit is to gain a health and get rid of venom. Is one or the other? Yeah, I checked. It is one or the other. So I'll also spend the fruit that I got to get rid of the venom. So in the wash, that event just gave me madness. That isn't affecting me yet. And whenever you rest, you get to get rid of 1 status for free from any of your characters. So although I could spend 2 stamina to have Mei Ling get rid of that, we'll wait for now. And yeah, I forgot the fruit could do that. I probably should have done that instead of having the doctor spend all of his stamina, but it's okay. All right, let's keep on being meticulous and go and explore number 5. All right, what the heck is up with the people here? There's some guy with a canoe, and he's like mad and blaming us for the gods breaking his canoe. So he throws a rock at John's face, And then we can either, and he's got a blood flower necklace on, we can either just steal it from him by force, or we can try to reason with him. And the reasoning one is cunning, baby. So we're definitely doing that. It's a 7 cunning. So that's already got us 4. Heck yeah, Lois. And do we have any items? We have coins we can discard for cunning. So right now we've got 4, so a 3 or higher would succeed. And if we roll a 1 or a 2, we could theoretically spend coins to get it up. So yeah, let's just stop there with 4. I got a 2/3 chance of success. Feel pretty good. There we go. So we help the guy repair his canoe, and then he tells us that his son got lured away by the gods and died. That's harsh. So we can ask him about the gods or his son. I'm going to ask about the gods. And he reads a rhyme. Let's read this one out in case it matters later. They wear many faces and walk many places. They'll answer your cries, but only with lies. Don't walk their path, don't fear their wrath. Be free and let sleeping gods die. Yeah, when he gives us his son's stuff, we get a map. Card 61, okay. And he gave us his son's snake key. Eyelid, a metal snake head on the end of it. It belonged to his son. Okay, so we don't know what it goes to at all, but I guess it's cool to have. All right, let's keep heading upriver. We can definitely do the hidden treasure again, although I have not gotten any better at eyeballs. Let's try 21 first. So this is the first adventure we don't find a person to talk to. Instead, we find a skeleton and some rats steal all his stuff. So we can follow the rats or look around. Let's follow the rats. We can try to sneak stuff from the rats or fight them. You know what I want to do because we haven't seen a combat yet. Oh man, these rats are a little freakier than I thought they were. So I got to shuffle the combat deck, and then if I was playing with multiple players, it's a little bit different. But for solo, I'm going to draw 5 cards and play 4 of them. I guess I shouldn't pay attention to where that 40 is in the shuffling, should I? All right, so I did get the bow, and each of them has to be played on a character. One can be Captain Vine, the other 2 have to be other characters. And this is the same as in the Distant Skies combat, but I'll explain it briefly. So let's say I played, I don't know, the Pan bow with John Lee, okay? First you resolve its damage effect. So here would be 2 damage plus 1 for his eyeball, so 3 plus a die roll. The combat die has a single -1 side, a single 0 side, 2 1s, a 2, and a 3. So it tends to be more positive. So let's say here, okay, so he would be 4 damage total. And you can start wherever you want. Anything that's not a heart only takes 1 of your damage to cover up. You can go orthogonally. Hearts, though, take as many damage as their number. So, if he had 4 damage, you could do 3 and 1. Once all the hearts for an enemy are covered up, they are defeated. But then after you hit somebody, you get a counterattack back. They'll have a number of these little power tokens, these triangles. You add that to their base stat. That much damage comes back, but it's blocked potentially by shields on your weapon. So let's say he had attacked the Zarg Rat Raider, and he had 1 triangle on him. Then he would hit back with 3, the bow would block 2, and John would take 1 damage. Then at the end of the round, they get some bonuses. They add as much more power to their card as the total of the add power icons, which is also how much they start with. So this guy's got 3, they've each got 1. And then they also resolve any hourglass end of round abilities. So this guy would poison someone. This one would give each of his allies 1 power. And this guy would, what does that make us? Weakened. So cool, let's do this. So I'm thinking, what do I want to do here? Maybe I try to kill the weaker little rats. And then if I can just cover these spots up, that would stop him from getting more powerful, but I wouldn't have to worry about his give each ally 1 power thing. And yeah, I've got the bow, I've got a couple whips that will take away 1 power, have some block, and do just 1 damage. I've got the wrench that'll get better if somebody has gear icons, so John should probably use 1 of those too. So let's start off there. Let's have John use the wrench. I'll roll a die, and we get +1. So that is 1, 2, 3 for his gears. Okay, so for 3, I could do the 2, but I couldn't splash over there. You can splash into other people, but it has to be half or less of the total damage dealt. I could go like that. Maybe not try to kill him this round. Maybe that's better. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do that. So I'll do 1, 2, 3. That takes away all of his end of round stuff, and the wrench gets rid of his power. But he's still hitting me back for 2, and yeah, the wrench has no defense, so ouch, John, no! But that guy's not going to do anything special until I finish him off, so let's focus on weakening these other people. Next, let's try the pan bow on that Zarg Rat. I'm thinking I might try to splash into the Raider guy, since he does so much more damage. Let's play it on, I don't know, it's eyeballs, everyone's got eyeballs. Play it on Lee Mei Ling. All right, and we get, a 2. So what is that? 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome, and 2 defense. And up to 2 of the 5, again, half or rounded down, can go on the Raider as long as I go from it. So let's say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems pretty good. Then he's back for 3, but the bow had 2 defense, so meleeing only goes down 1 life. All right, next I have the Whip. It doesn't really matter who does this one because I'm going to attack the Zargrat and block all the damage, and it doesn't have any stat bonuses, so I'll just have, I don't know, Lois do it. So she's doing 1 damage. Let's take away one of these other end of round abilities. She takes away his attack, and he attacks back with 2 attack, and she has 2 defense. Done. And then finally, the captain has the most life, so I'll have him whip the Zargrat Raider directly, unfortunately, which is not what I should be doing. So I'll take away one of his power. I'll do a single damage. I guess... I don't really know which one. I guess this one's worse. And then he'll do 4 damage back. She has 2 defense, or he has 2 defense, so Captain Jim's down to 5 life. All right, so that's the end of the round. This bad boy is going to add another power, but we took out every other end of round ability. I keep the 1 wrench, but I discard the other 4 cards I played. I draw 4 to replace them, and we go again. Oh, what's this? Taunt. Ooh, that is a lot of damage if I have Lois do it. And it'll get rid of 2 combat. Yeah. And we got Pistol. It's just a ton of damage. And Machete. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's have Lois do a taunt on the Zargrat Raider. Because she's going to do 4 damage with it and take away 2 power. By the way, if you noticed, some of the item tokens have combat stuff. These can be used during combat before or after an attack. You don't have to like use a character's turn to do it. That just removes 1 power. That does 1 damage. Ooh, the torch one would be really nice. But yeah, so Lois took away 2 of those. She's doing 4 damage. Jeez. Maybe like that? Sure. Then she's getting hit back for 3. That's an ouch right there. Okay, so what else do we want to do? I have another taunt, but that's not going to be very good for anybody, so we're not doing that. So we'll play these 3. So the wrench is best on John, but it has no defense, so he would actually be defeated because they counterattack even if you cover their last heart. So, let's get Machete and the Pistol. Let's see who has most life. Let's see, Milk has most life. Let's have him attack with this Machete, 2 plus a die roll. And I think I'll attack this rat. And if we get lucky, we can splash into the Raider. Okay, so 2 plus a die roll. That's not lucky. Lois has the ability to spend her last stamina to reroll a die. Let's try that out. Hey, that's way better. Yes, that's 4. That's just what I wanted. Because now I can splash into this guy. And since I originally attacked the Zargrat, I'm taking 2 damage back. The Machete has no defense. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Okay, then we got the Pistol and the Wrench. I mean, having John get knocked out just for like 1 extra damage doesn't seem to make much sense. So let's have Li Mei Ling attack the middle guy with the Wrench since it is going to take away his last power. Right, so she's at 1 damage plus a die roll. Yes, okay. What is that? That's 3? Let's take out this random 3 up here. And she also gets rid of that. She has no defense, so she takes 2 damage. Man, we're hurt. And finally, he's going to shoot with the Pistol. It does have 1 block, but yeah, let's have the Captain do it since he has a lot more life. So that's 3 plus a die. And you're definitely going to do it on the Zarg Raider, because we can get out that big thing. Whoa! What? 6 damage. I know what I'm doing. 3, 4, 5. Wasted for the last one, but oh my gosh, we killed the Zarg Raider. Now he still hits us back for 2. But the Pistol blocks 1. That was the best. That could not have gone better. Okay, let's discard all of these and redraw, because there are no end-of-round abilities, that we've taken out all of them. Okay, see, we've got some decent attack things. What do we need to do? 1, 2, 3 damage. So anything that like blocks a lot is great. Like the Whip, perfect. We'll be able to take out a heart, not take any damage in return. The Pistol blocks a little, and yeah, nothing else blocks it all. So let's try the Pistol first. If we can get the 3 or greater, we'll be able to take out this guy in 1 shot and only take 1 damage back. At this point, the Captain and the Doctor have the most life. Let's have the Doctor use it. So I just want a 0 or better. I'll take that. 5 damage, way too much. So yeah, in the end, we're definitely just covering these. And the Doctor takes 1 damage. And then anybody can whip and take no damage and kill off the last guy. Woo! Well, that was definitely not easy. We are hurt. We're going to need to rest soon. Well, I didn't even see there was a third option just to sneak into the temple. Well, too late for that. We didn't get any cool items. We did get a coin. The big thing is, holy crud, we got 3 blood flowers. We are already only 1 away from leveling up. But again, there were 2 other options we could have done there, probably getting us like cards and items. So I do like that there's a branching in the less branching river that we're on. All right, what is this now? Hidden treasure. Yeah, we can do that. And then maybe rest afterwards because we are in a bad way. So we got to spend one of our 2 treasure maps. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to do the end of the turn first. What's this? Haunting cries. Mei Ling hears ghostly cries from the deep jungle. Gets a madness. Yay, we're all mad. And a fruit. All right, so we can't use her. Oh, we can't use her ability to get rid of madness. That's great. But the fruit is good. Big thing, we only have meat, 1 meat right now, unfortunately. But when you rest, which again we'll be doing pretty soon, you can discard a pair of meat and fruit to get 5 extra healing, which will be good with how we're all doing. All right, now coming back to this, let's go ahead and spend the 2 times, spend the 1 map, and it's a 6 perception. Okay, we don't have that many people left. Let's have everybody who's awake do it. I don't want to take 8 damage. So that was 3. Any rerolls yet? Okay, thank God. So we get another coin. I gotta find some place to spend all these coins, man. Because they can also be discarded for cunning, with which my upgrade so far is like the thing I need the least of. Okay, but I also get card 47. Oh, well, dang, it's a combat card. I should have searched here before I fought the rats. So it's 3 plus cunning. Holy crud. Los would do 7 plus a die roll damage. If you roll a -1, you take 3 damage. Who cares? Oh my gosh, that's a good card. So you know what? I'm going to replace one of my taunts because I just don't have enough people that are good at cunning yet to make 3 cunning focus cards worthwhile. But that's amazing. Wow. Right, we've got time left. We can rest whenever. But let's go and see what happens. So let's move up to the rocks. Roll to see if we get damage. Yes, we do. So our boat's down to a 4. And then I can't really pass the savvy check with the people I have left. Although, getting another blood flower would immediately level somebody up. That's great. I could do mission 4, but again, like all my people are really hurt. So let's actually spend 2 to repair. And I'll have both the captain and Mei Ling do their final stamina because we're about to rest. So that gives us +2 to the check. Still mostly likely to get only 1 repair, but if we get a high value, nope, we just get 1. So we're back up to 5 life. And all right, another event. Or wait, hold on. I think we can rest at any time. I think we can. Yeah, it says anywhere at any time as long as you're not in the middle of another action. So I think I could rest before we do the event because I don't want to get an event that requires a skill test and have nobody unexhausted. So everyone gets their stamina back and 2 healing, which is, yeah, I'll just say it, not enough healing. Ouch. Then we get to remove 1 status token. Let's get rid of Mei Ling's because she actually has abilities, and again, the captain does not yet. And then, yeah, I mean, we don't have much meat, but we have a ton of fruit, so let's discard 1 of each to heal 5 more. And I guess we'll just spread it out. Everyone's at 5 right now except John, so yeah, let's just give 1 to each person. And all right, we're ready to go to our next event. Fever. After investigating a boggy ruin, Mei Ling comes down with a fever. Mei Ling, stop it. But we got a torch. All right, so weakness means she has -2 to all of her skills, so she can't help with anything right now. But we could have the doctor heal her right away. Yeah, let's do it. I don't mind the madness doesn't actually do anything yet, but having Mei Ling be able to do nothing doesn't seem good. All right, and let's explore 4 first, see if, again, maybe it helps us with exploring the overgrown trail on that savvy check. So there's a boat stuck in the rapids. I can either do a savvy check for 7 to investigate or a strength check for 8 to push it free. Savvy, I am slightly better at, so let's try that one. It's also an easier check. And my map can be discarded for +1 in a pinch. So that's 2, got 3, 4. Would you only need a 3 or higher to succeed? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I did get past it, but I totally forgot about all my night rest abilities. So okay, I did pass that. So we'll get to that in a second. But yes, look, when I rested, my useful gear got me 2 rerolls. These can be used for the combat or the fate die, and they can be freely used by anybody. They're not actually held by anyone. And I get a free meat. Ooh, that'll help with more veggie or fruit and meat healing. And we get a free +1. It doesn't say this hero, so if it did, then it would have to be her. But yeah, let's heal John to be equal. And that's it. But still, that was great. I forgot all about that. Oh no, man, we got a lot of stuff from this boat. Let's see. We got a map, a torch, and another coin. Gosh. Okay, clearly we gotta spend some resources. By the way, something else I didn't talk about when we rested, you cross out a moon. When you cross out your last moon, you get 3 event cards. You just shuffle the deck and take 3 cards. And if you haven't reached a conclusion by then, you lose. And ooh, we also got an advancement. There's another one of those things where each character can only have 1 of that type. But the permanent means that you cannot freely swap this. So once I give this to somebody, it is with them forever. Ooh, when traveling +1 to rock die rolls. This is great. And yeah, what the hey, let's lock it in. Li Mei Ling is now a sailor with a pocket watch. So she's got a 3 savvy. That's going to help out with those overgrown trails. And what the hey, let's try one now, I think. Gosh, it's savvy 9. Okay. Okay, we got 2 maps now, so we could like spend one of them to boost it. Let's try it. Let's try it. I don't want to take 8 damage though, but I do want to level up. So I spent 2 time. So that's 3 savvy, 4, 5 would mean we need a 4 or higher. Okay, fine, 6. Man, John, you're just fresh and feeling great, aren't you? Okay, so we got to a 6 and plus 5. That was too much. 11. Ooh, so we get our 5th blood flower. So I got to level somebody up. To show you an example, I'm not sure if I'll actually level up Dr. Milk. Sometimes they get new abilities, although he does not. They get more icons for skills, and they get more space to hold things. But you know what? Let's level up John, because he still has 3 stamina, so his boosts are going to help us even more for the rest of this current set of turns before we rest. Ooh, and he just doubles all of his stats. That's great. And he has a new ability. Oh, he could have. I didn't even see this. Taking a stamina to take away 1 power from somebody, but now he can also gain a defense. Cool. Well, it doesn't say him. I think he might be able to let anybody get an extra defense. All right, and now he's a 3 gear. Heck yeah, 2 eyeballs, 2 strength. I'm loving all of that. All right, let's spend our last time to go to 6. Oh, we have a branching. Oops, we moved into some stuff. It's a 1 to 5 damage. Now with a sailor, it's going to be 1 to 4, but still pretty likely. So we do have rerolls if we really want. Hey, or we don't get damage at all. Yay. All right, we can go straight to 16. He said the temple near the waterfall past the stone head. That might be where the guy wants to put the bat statue. This is another treasure map. 11 perception? Nah. I mean, we could just take the 8 health, but blood flower, I'm not as needful of now that I just leveled up. Although it also gets you a card. But no, I think I think that's the kind of thing I might want to come back to. Strength 9 is also challenging, although John's better at that now. It just gets us a blood flower. And look at the map. Yeah, like a little bit farther north is just the waterfall. And I'm kind of looking at this. I feel like maybe the skill test will get harder. Maybe I should circle back around. Well, either way, we're going to a new event. Nightmares. Lois wakes up screaming, haunted by hopeless, wasted landscapes. Where did she come from, mystery person? She is frightened. Which means she cannot be chosen to attack. Oh, she's my ringer. She's my super, whatchamacallit thing. Now, Lee Mei Ling can also cure frightened. But yeah, right now maybe we just should try to not get into a combat. And then next time we rest, we can heal that. And I don't want to try the hidden treasure, but I do want to see if like this is maybe the place the guy wanted to return the thing to. So let's go here for 1, explore 11 for 2. Ooh, keyword island. We have the key, the snake key. Let's look at it. Oh, that was super weird. John was like, hey, why don't we throw the key away? But like, it's not like it's been cursed or hurt us at all yet, right? So I said no, and then we just find a life jacket. And it says U.S. Navy, so clearly it's somebody else who teleported from our worlds. If it is a body one, no one has a body yet, so anyone can equip that. I'm definitely going to put it on John, though, for the strength. And, ooh, +1 defense to just sell for every counterattack. Heck yeah, John. My man is a tanky beefcake. Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, it makes us even more able to do the cave and get a blood flower. But let's go to 3 first. And we'll pass, which does mean we'll get to do 6 actions next turn, but we're going to still do an event first. Grasping vines. Vines entangle the boat. Oh god, 2 boat damage if we fail. Oh, we don't have a friggin' rope. Oh, we do, that's right. John has 1 more space now. But yes, let's have John certainly try to stop this. With his 3 strength all by himself, he's like Spider-Man, just pulling the ropes. Oh, I guess that would crush our boat, wouldn't it? That kind of motion. Never mind. Okay, but we'll just do 3 versus a 6. Let's see what happens. Darn it. Let's re-roll that with one of our re-rolls. Just need a 3, 4, 5, 6 here, people. Yes! And we gain a rope, and we don't have any friggin' room. What are we gonna do here? Whatever, it's fine. Let's spend 1, 2, that was the bonus 1, for location 3. Alright, so we can explore the towers or use a rope to go down a well. And since I have too many resources and the well test is a little bit easier and it's a strength check, I'm gonna have John use a rope. And yeah, give us 3 strength with one of his 2 remaining stamina. We still need 3 more. It's a 6 test, which I feel okay with. I've got a reroll. I've got a meet. So yeah, we just need a 3 again. That'll do it. All right, what the heck is going on? I found a giant stone head that says it was a person who got turned into a giant stone head down in a well because he stole 2 statues. What's up with everyone stealing statues? So I have now these Shorm's idols, and he says upriver, which I think is the direction I was going anyway. There's going to be a little island, and I can return these to the island. Yeah, stone face at the bottom of a well convinces us to take 2 golden idols to a shrine on an island in the river. So, okay, we'll just return all the statues for everybody. And he did warn that she would curse us if we didn't do it soon. I don't know if the game's actually going to check that, but I wanted to find out. All right, let's go upriver then. So that's to 9. I mean, should I go down here? 9 strength and minus 10 health. Even if everybody who could help with strength did, that would only get us to 4, which means we would need a 5. No, we're not doing that. So let's check out what 9 is and then go up. Water snake slithers over the harpy's gun whale and bites you on the arm. Well, great. We got, oh man, savvy. We're not great at that right now. Oh, actually good. Mei Ling still had stamina, so that's 3. Well, we need a 7. Gosh, John, I wish you could help. 3, 4, 5. I don't really want to get like poison as well as everything else. So all I need is not a 1. That's, yeah, great. Guess what we got for all of that? Friggin' fruit that I can barely even hold. Good adventure, everybody. All right, now I don't know if we want to move. I'm thinking actually maybe I want to repair the ship with John and then rest again. So yeah, let's stop early, get the bonus time, do our event. Old boat. You crash into an abandoned boat that is hitting the foliage. Oh, take another boat damage. Darn it. We get a map. Crud. We can't even hold it, can we? Stupid, stupid. All right, well, I have literally, I think right now, 6 coins, so we can throw away one of them. Okay, but let's rest and spend some like meat and fruit to heal and stuff. But before we do that, I will spend 2 time, the bonus in that one, to have John, with his last stamina, try to repair the boat. He's got 3 gears all by himself. 3 plus 4 is 7. Nice. We fully heal with 2. Then I'm going to rest. All right, there we go. So we got 4 rests left plus the little ending. We're actually doing pretty well health-wise, aren't we? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So maybe we don't need to spend the fruit and the meat. But I'm going to anyway because I literally don't have enough room to get the extra meat we're about to get. So yeah, we'll just heal everyone fully. And we do get a meat. We get another, oh god, we get another healing. So I really just kind of wasted the fruit there. So never mind. Let's not spend the fruit and the meat. We'll just not get the extra meat we would have from the fishing pole. We do get 2 more rerolls. That's great. But yes, I need to just spend some more resources here. I need to find a place where I can spend my coins. That would be awesome. Oh, and I forgot. I get to remove 1 status. We'll make Lois not afraid to fight again. And let's move north. Ooh, look at this trader. You may pay coins or resources. Each resource is worth 1 coin to purchase card 16, card 14, or card 9 for, 3 each. So I've got 5 coins. If I spend another resource as well, I can get 2 of those and maybe stop there. First, I've got a hidden treasure. Perception 10. Yeah, if we had every single person use a stamina, that would get us to 6. And then we can spend torches for extra, but I don't know. Maybe I should get the items first and then come back. Now, right up there is the final waterfall. I could try to complete that test. Then I notice 1 space left. That looks like an island, right? That must be where I'm supposed to bring those monkey statues back. Or are they monkey statues, or is the keyword just monkey? I'm not sure. Yes, I'm not sure which way to go here. I could quickly go west, go to the island, come back this way. But I like the idea of getting to that trader and opening up some space for objects. So yeah, if I'm going to come back, let's actually go this way toward the trader first. I'm not going to do this yet in case one of the items I buy gives me better perception. So let's do 1 to move here, and I got to roll. Still have the +1 from Sailor. Nope, we take a damage. And should I do the 29? Should I just go straight to the trader? Because again, I don't have any room for anything. I'm going to go straight to the trader. I'm just going to go right there, and I think it still takes 2 time to explore and talk to him, so I guess I'll do an event. Spider Outpost. An abandoned outpost on the shore is infested with spiders. Okay, gain a venom, gain a torch. Okay, now I'm going to make a call. Maybe this is cheating. Maybe I could spend the fruit to immediately get rid of the venom and make room for the torch. Maybe I'm not allowed to do that, but I'm going to say I can. Okay, then I'll go ahead and do 1, 2, the exploration with the trader. So let's get rid of all my coins. That's 5, and I don't know, 1 more thing. Looking at items, I think I have more torches than anything else, so let's do a torch for number 6. So I get 16, 14, 9? I don't know. I don't think I'm allowed to look at what they are, even though thematically I think I should be able to. But let's just go ahead and say 16 and 14. Okay, eyeball? Is that what I did need an eyeball. Yay! Okay, so Scout's gear. This is a hand. And it's +1 to the fate die whenever you explore. Oh, that's awesome. So that's actually a 2 bonus to that hidden treasure. Then I got a gumbo recipe. Lois has got a recipe, so she can't have it. That would make, wow, I could make Mei Ling's savvy even better. And when we rest, restore 1 heart for each set of fruit and meat you use. Oh, so it just makes the +5 become a +6. Cool. So yeah, at least for the moment, let's keep on hyper-focusing. And boop, we'll have Mei Ling learn how to make gumbo. And then I can't give the Scout's gear to John Lee and also have him use the useful gear. But I can freely swap those things. So for now, I'll give him the Scout's gear and give the useful gear to, I don't know.
Mei Ling actually doesn't have anything in her hands, although that's definitely too much. If I give it to the captain and get rid of his madness, I won't gain the bonus. Okay, never mind. Let's not give John Lee the useful gear. Let's give the scout's gear to the doctor. Okay, now that I've actually got 6 spots for items again, let's explore 33. Oh, Jesus, we are attacked by giant insects. What the heck? All right, on the positive side, there's only 2 of them. Let's see how we do. All right, ooh, I think I have both my new cards in this one. Okay. And I start with 2 and 4. They're definitely very poisony. This guy will heal himself. Oh man, does so much poison. Well, let's see. I got the claws and the taunt. So I think Lois should use the claws and no one should use the taunt this turn. Got heavy machete, which now is going to be great for John. And the pan bow would be good for John or for the doctor. Okay, so I can have the bow be used by the doctor. And I guess somebody will whip. So I'm kind of torn on who to attack with the claws. Because if I attack the giant centipede, she'll take 4 damage back. But it will get rid of a ton of those power tokens. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Okay, so let's have Lois attack the giant centipede. She is doing 7 plus a die roll, but if she rolls a -1, she takes 3 damage. So we'll certainly use a reroll if that happens. Okay, so 7 plus 2, 9! Okay, we did giant centipede. He's losing 2 power and then 9 damage. Oh my gosh, I could almost just kill him, not worry about anything else. That's very tempting. And I think that's too tempting. Let's go 3, 6, 9. And she does take 4 damage. That part's not great. Yeah, she is down to 4. Okay, so now, yeah, I just need someone to do 3 separately, or I guess that'd be 4 altogether. The heavy machete. John's got 3 attacks, so there's a decent chance he'd get enough in one go. Or the pan bow with Dr. Milk would be 4 damage plus a die roll, and he'd block a lot. So sure, let's have Dr. Milk attack the giant centipede with the bow. So he's got 2 plus 2 eyeballs now with the thing we equipped him with. And okay, so that's 4. That's okay. That's what we needed. It wasn't more, but it wasn't less. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we kill that guy. He hits us back for 4, but the bow had 2 defense, so Milk only takes 2. And he's done. So we just got to take care of the boulder roach. So clearly we should whip first, because that'll get rid of the power for whoever does the heavy... Well, John's going to do the heavy machete, so I got to have Mei Ling or Captain do the whip. Let's have Captain do it. He's got more life. So that's a single damage. And I care most about, like, preventing these things from happening first. But that's, like, next to the 2. Let's get the one in the corner. Or no, let's do like that, and then if we get a good roll with the heavy machete, we can, like, do that as a row. And the whip takes away 1 power token, which means the boulder roach is doing 3 damage back. But the whip for the captain blocked 2. Was he at 9? No, he should have been at... Yeah, I think he just took 1 damage. And finally, John will use the heavy machete. So he's doing 3 plus a die roll, and he's got an automatic 1 defense. Here we go. Nice! Friggin' yes! Okay, so 6. We'll do 1, 2... So we can't do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not great. It kind of divides things up, but I think it's okay. Because we can get a big hit next turn, we can maybe do 5 all at once, and then like somebody can whip that. Okay, and the boulder roach attacks back for 3, but John has 1 defense automatically, so he only takes 2. Alright, so yeah, nothing happens at the end of a turn. The giant centipede is dead. We use all our best cards, so let's see what we got. We got pistols, we got the whip. Yeah, so let's do the whip, because then whoever does that will take no damage, because it'll get rid of the power token and do 2 defense. And then we can do the pistols freely and just take 1 damage each. So Lois can whip, she's hurt the most. And that'll very simply do that and get this 1 random one. And then, who is the... Mei Ling is unhurt. We'll have her shoot a pistol. So 3 plus a die roll. So a 2 would just take things out. Whoa, I'm rolling great. Okay, so that's it, right? Yeah, that was 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. She does take 1 damage back. But that's the first time she got hurt, so resting will heal almost everybody fully at this point, except John and Lois. Not that I want to rest yet. Well, that was excellent. I get 3 more blood flowers. It certainly seems to get a lot from combat. And I get a fruit, just so much fruit. I get card 28. Oh, interesting. I wonder if all the monsters give an advancement. Okay, so there's a permanent eagle-eyed advancement. And it would let you spend 1 stamina to take away 1. Oh, that's the exact same ability John already has. Should I put it on the doctor, maybe? Yeah, I don't think it's bad. Like, there's so many, like, very tough perception checks. Having 2 people with a lot of stats seems pretty good. So, all right, pretty cool. All right, I got 1 time left. I do want to go back down there, but let's at least see if we can, like, see what's up on this final part of the map. All right, so yeah, there it is. So, where did the guys say? Said there was a shrine is near the waterfalls to the north, past the Great Stone, head to the jungle. So I guess it could have been on the map we just passed. But yeah, let's look around here a little bit. We got a hidden treasure with perception. We can definitely do that now. And then we've got an overgrown trail with savvy. We can definitely do that. So that should be 2 more blood flowers. Ooh, and a level up. Yes. But we gotta do an event first. All right, so that's a taste of Sleeping God's Primeval Peril. I'm gonna stop the playthrough here. But if you'd like to see the conclusion and see the finish of the story, I'm gonna have it up on Patreon, so you can go watch the exclusive video over there. And hey, this is Mike back to talk about what I think of it now that I've finished the game, because on the exclusive Patreon video, I won. This is me in the future. All right, so like I said in the beginning, Primeval Peril is heavily inspired by Distant Skies. And if you haven't watched some of my videos that mention Distant Skies or listened to the podcast after I did my initial review, I did get quite a bit more negative on the game because they really overcompensated for the original Sleeping Gods. So the original Sleeping Gods was kind of frustrating because you would get tons of adventure cards and power-ups, but you could only use like a tiny fraction of them because they all needed this resource that was very limited to actually activate them. So leveling up wasn't very interesting. And when you level up your characters, the level ups would go away multiple times throughout the campaign. So leveling up kind of sucked in that one, but it did keep the game challenging, so you could never like totally abuse the cards you had. So in Distant Skies, they made what felt at first like a much better decision, where your level ups would stick with you. There wasn't much of a limit on your level ups, except that they got more expensive to equip, and that you would get all these adventure cards that you could use over and over again whenever you rested. You could use every single adventure card. And yeah, I did my review like right around the halfway point in the campaign, and I shouldn't have, because very soon afterwards the game became a complete cakewalk. And Ryan and the team have addressed this somewhat. They introduced a new official, even harder difficulty setting, but it doesn't really fix some of like that runaway kind of winning problem that's in the game. So I don't know. Distant Skies, I've gone down on some. Still a fun game. And I still don't love the original Sleeping Gods for the other problem I mentioned. So what about this one? Well, I gotta say, this is sort of a happy middle, kind of like a Goldilocks thing. So first of all, the fact that it's quicker. I think the entire campaign, at least this play of it, took me about 3 hours. That's really nice. And it means that the ramp up is more controlled. So I did get, I won't spoil anything if you didn't watch the Patreon video, but I did get my characters very strong. It did mean that tests were a little bit easier at the end, that I had a lot of tools. But they still felt meaningful. I still had to like spend, stamina. I still had to spend limited resources. I still had to rest every once in a while to get my stuff back. So yes, I think the way that they limited both the time of the campaign, but also limit the amount of stuff you can hold with these slots on your characters is pretty cool. Although I did think of, I didn't realize this until later in the playthrough, that you can just kind of swap things around. Like, hey, I need strength this turn, you wear the life jacket. Hey, now I need strength for this thing, you wear the life jacket. You can't do that in the middle of a test, but like when it's things on the board, it's pretty clear that you can do that. So that's a little bit wonky, just like throwing items back and forth to each other. But yes, I like both kind of like thematically and mechanically how like the equipping of items works in this one. I don't really miss the Fate deck at all, because in both Sleeping Gods and Distant Skies, you would equip the Fate cards that are also being used for your random die rolls. You would equip them to people, and in both games, there was a strategy to like equip all the worst numbers to your characters, so that your your deck became like all 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s instead of like 1s and 2s. So I do personally not love the Fate deck. In some of the other games, I even use the optional variant to just roll a die anyway, and I like that better here. I also like the limit of resources. Yes, it can get a little bit annoying, but it means that, again, you can't just like run away with the game. And yes, some of the adventure cards give you bonuses whenever you rest, but again, it's not as overpowered as Distant Skies. So I do think Primeval Peril, overall, aided by its shorter length, reaches that beautiful midpoint of leveling up in a satisfying way that Sleeping Gods didn't have, in my opinion, but not over leveling and making the game silly like Distant Skies had late game. And the game has more to explore, so not to spoil too much, but in my campaign, I basically did about half of the world. So there are a whole bunch of things that I didn't see. And I also made certain choices for the half of the world that I saw that would let me see other things. There were several, again, not to spoil much, but there were several things that I could have seen when I ended the game if I had made different choices. So it seems like, kind of like I would say this is similar for Distant Skies and the original Sleeping Gods. There's probably about 2 playthroughs, unless you're a really big completionist, maybe 3 in this one. The exploration is fine. There do feel like maybe there are too many of these, and I'd almost rather have more adventures, but the amount of adventures are cool, and these are a little bit fun, and they certainly let you, again, abuse like trading your items to each other to get bonuses. The combat in this one works pretty well. It has the exact same problem as Distant Skies did because it's the exact same system where you can take away all their end of round abilities, and then there is absolutely no tension in the combat. Now, the official veteran difficulty for Distant Skies could also easily be applied here, where they like attack at the end of every round. But even though that part of Distant Skies combat and this game's combat is not that great, I do still very much like the sort of deck building card based combat in this one compared to the combat in the original Sleeping God. So I think I'd still give Distant Skies and Primeval Peril's combat a slight advantage over Distant Skies. They win by a little bit, but yeah, none of the combat systems are perfect, but they're still pretty fun and tense too. So yeah, I thought this one was great. Honestly, this is probably the Distant Skies I would recommend first to somebody because it is a shorter playtime, and I think it gets the leveling and sort of the progression best. And then you could try out. I still might recommend Distant Skies over the original Sleeping Gods. The balance is worse, but it's also less frustrating and less grindy, so at least respects your time better than the original Sleeping Gods. But I think that's very much a 50-50 kind of toss-up. And yeah, I don't know. But this one, a lot of fun. Glad I got to play Primeval Peril, and thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.